John Kuvakas here with more news on Chicago Shenanigans. Now the weekend starts on March the 14th and goes all the way through the 17th. Let me give you all the details here. Kelly and I will arrive in Auburn, Indiana on Wednesday, March 13th. On the 14th, we will go to the Ford V8 Museum just down the road from the ACD Museum. We're going to show up there at noon. I couldn't get a group rate, so I'm just saying anybody who would like to join us on Thursday, I know it's going to make for a long weekend, but it's going to be filled with stuff that is going to be a lot of fun to do. If you're interested in joining us on Thursday at the Ford V8 Museum, come on down around noon or so. We'll get together there. Later, after we visited the museum, we'll have dinner somewhere in Auburn. I look forward to seeing some of you there. We've already got a few people that are agreed to join us. So now on Friday, we'll go to the ACD Museum. The doors open up at 10 a.m., so we can spend the entire day here. There's a $30 admission, but let me tell you what's included in that. That includes admission to the museum, a catered lunch at noon. Somewhere around 1 o'clock, we will have a lecture on the Auburn Automobile Company by one of the experts there. And not only do you get admission to the ACD Museum, which if you've been there, you know how great it is, but also right there on the grounds in very easy walking distance is the National Car and Truck Museum. You'll be able to go there as well. So we can spend the entire day indulging ourselves in these cars and having some good fellowship. After we're done at the museums, we're going to all truck up to Chicago. It's about a 2.5, 3 hour drive. There's a 1 hour time difference there. And we will have dinner on Friday night at Casa Margarita in LaGrange. I'm going to put the addresses on all this stuff right there on the screen. You can write it down if you want to. If you have any questions, you can call me. Now, Saturday morning will be the 143rd and Automobilia Show. Now, Jeff has been working really hard on this. He's got a great group of dealers coming in. It keeps on growing. There may be more. You know, I'll give you an update if there are. But let me tell you who's going to be there Saturday. Most of these guys are going to be there on Sunday as well, but not all of them. So you're going to want to be at Jeff's show on Saturday. Here's the lineup. We're going to have Albert Copen's Hobby 43 from Canada. Buzz is going to be there, of course. Route 66 model cars might have some new stuff to show us. Greg Gunn's coming in. Just had surgery. He's coming anyway because he likes the show, likes you guys. Dave Gilbert, the toy car geek, may have some show specials for us. Charlie Barnett coming from the UK. Midas Models, always got interesting stuff. Jim Cowan, Automodello, got at least 2 new models he's going to introduce, maybe more. And he might have some announcements on what's coming in 143rd as well. Howie Levine's going to be there. You know Howie. What a great guy. Mikhail Bashmashnikov, B&G Models will be along. Always has really interesting stuff. Bob Short's coming from Maryland. Bob always has a great selection of cars. In particular, he's got that American Car Series that everybody's looking for. Dale Danifer is going to be there. Tom Dernberger is going to be there. And, of course, Tom always has interesting stuff, and Dale was right there along with him. We also have a couple of collectors that are using this Saturday show, which is a great venue for this, to help thin out their collection somewhat. So there's going to be a lot of interesting stuff. I hope you're going to be able to see it. So when the show is over Saturday afternoon, we might have some other activities lined up for you. I've been talking to Tom Kinney about the opportunity to take a look at his display. If we can squeeze that in somewhere on the weekend, that'll be a trip worth making. So Saturday night, we'll have dinner at Aurelio's in LaGrange. Again, here's the address. That'll be somewhere around 5 p.m. or so. Really great pizza. We've been there before. We can go back to the hotel, go to bed early, because Sunday morning at 7:30, the doors open to the Collector's Classic Toy Show. Now, this is a show we're all familiar with. The show that Jeff has given us on the weekend really kind of fills the weekend out great. But most of the dealers from Saturday are going to be at the Toy Collectors Show. It's right across the street from the Holiday Inn. We will have a Forum 43 booth at both shows, and we've got some really neat stuff lined up for that booth. We will have some very special things, some one-offs from Brooklyn's, maybe an opportunity to pick 1 or 2 of them up. We'll have some display stuff. We'll show you Brooklyn's progress to date on everything that they're working on. So there's going to be a lot of interesting stuff from Brooklyn. We've got brand new models from Goldvarg. Sergio has always been really supportive of the shows and our group. I love that from him. Thank you, Sergio. GLM is also on board as well. And one of the great attractions at the booth for the last several years has been prototypes from GLM, and we'll have prototypes in 143rd and 118th as well. I'm really looking forward to this. So we'll spend a day at the show. The doors open at 7:30. Early admission is like $25 or so. You can wait until 10 o'clock and pay $10 to get in, but I'll tell you something, you miss some of the prime stuff because all the serious collectors are there at 7:30 while the dealers are putting their stuff out. So we had a whole bunch going on, and after it's all done, when the show's over, some of us will gather at Rafferty's right down the road from the show venue to compare notes and show our new models and so on and so forth. So we're looking forward to a great weekend. If you want to come to the ACD Museum, I need to know you're coming. I need to know ahead of time so we can tell the caterers about the lunch and how much lunch they need to make. So email me as quickly as possible. If I've already heard from you, that's fine. But if I haven't heard from you, you want to join us at the ACD Museum, let me know ahead of time. Now, one of the other things Kelly and I are going to be doing is we are going to give you the opportunity, if you're at the show during the weekend, to say hi to everybody online. So we'll have our camera, we'll have some microphones with us. We'd like to just be able to talk to you and let people see your beautiful face and know some of the faces that connect with the names that we see every week. So we'll be talking to the dealers as well. We hope to document the show pretty thoroughly. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too. I'll have more news coming this week. Keep your eyes on the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to give me a like if you liked it. I'd love to have you as a subscriber. Thanks for joining me.